Men over 50, listen closely. 3 silent threats increase dramatically with age, prostate cancer, erectile dysfunction, and muscle loss. But here's the shocking truth. It's not just aging that's robbing you of size, strength, and stamina. It's the hours you spend sitting every single day, cutting off blood flow and weakening the very muscles that keep you hard. The solution is simpler than you think. Starting tomorrow morning, before your first cup of coffee, you can begin to reverse this decline. It doesn't require drugs, surgery, or hours at the gym. Just a 3-minute daily routine that wakes up circulation, activates your pelvic floor, and restores the confidence you thought was gone. Aging is inevitable. Decline is optional. Here's what happens when blood flow begins to slow down. Erections lose their firmness, they take longer to appear, and they become less reliable. At the same time, testosterone levels begin to fall. Movement is one of the easiest ways to keep hormones balanced. But if you're inactive, levels can drop quickly. This creates a vicious cycle. Less movement, more belly fat, lower testosterone, and weaker erections. Meanwhile, the hidden pelvic floor muscles, the ones that control rigidity, stamina, and even orgasm, start to weaken. As they shrink, you lose both strength and control. And have you noticed that your flaccid size looks smaller than it used to? That's not just your imagination. Reduced blood flow, tight hips, and weak pelvic muscles can literally compress the base of your penis, making it appear shorter. Add to this the rise of dangerous belly fat, and both your prostate and cardiovascular health take a hit. Once this downward spiral begins, it feeds on itself. Less movement leads to more fat. More fat lowers testosterone. And with lower testosterone, your energy, libido, and performance sink even further. But here's the part most men over 50 don't realize. These changes are not permanent. The weakness you feel, the loss of size and strength, it's not gone for good. Much of it is simply locked away behind tight hips, poor circulation, and inactive pelvic muscles. The encouraging truth is this. By unlocking that hidden tension and restoring blood flow, you can reawaken your body's natural capacity for stronger, fuller erections. And it doesn't take hours in a gym, just a few targeted minutes each morning. Erections are, at their core, a hydraulic process. Blood enters, pressure builds, and the result is firmness. In fact, Harvard research shows that erection quality is up to 90% dependent on proper circulation. That's why men with heart disease, diabetes, or poor circulation so often struggle with ED. The good news? You don't need an intense workout to restore blood flow. Just a few light movements each morning can wake up your circulation and redirect it straight to the pelvis. Try this. Before breakfast, do 60 seconds of brisk marching in place to raise your heart rate, followed by 30 seconds of gentle hip swings and leg kicks. These small, controlled moves open your hip joints, loosen the groin, and send fresh oxygen-rich blood south where you need it most. Think of it as opening a dam. Once the flow is restored, everything downstream improves. Most men have heard of Kegels. But here's the problem. Kegels alone don't fully activate the pelvic floor, and overdoing them can actually create more tension instead of strength. That's why more and more urologists are recommending dynamic pelvic activation instead. Movements like glute bridges, bodyweight squats, and core-focused breathing do far more than simple contractions. They mimic the natural muscle firing that happens during arousal, erection, and orgasm. In other words, they train your body for the exact functions you care about. When your pelvic base is strong, you get firmer rigidity, better control, and even a noticeable improvement in size and angle. Science confirms this. A lifted, activated pelvic floor supports the shaft, giving both stronger function and a more impressive appearance. Here's one easy exercise. Lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat. Push through your heels and raise your hips, squeezing the glutes, not your back. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower slowly. Repeat for 30 seconds. This glute bridge pulse not only pumps blood into the pelvis, but also reawakens the hidden muscles at the root of your erections. As you get older, testosterone becomes a priceless resource. Many men think about hormone therapy. But the truth is, your body can still boost its own levels if you give it the right stimulus. Regular movement is one of the best natural hormone enhancers. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that compound body moves like squats, core holds, and diaphragmatic breathing stimulate anabolic hormones, meaning both testosterone and growth hormone rise naturally. That's why the right kind of exercise matters more than just more exercise. And let's not forget nutrition. You can also support erections by fueling nitric oxide, the same molecule Viagra targets. Foods rich in nitrates, like beets and spinach, help your body produce more nitric oxide, opening blood vessels and improving circulation. Add to that Brazil nuts, packed with selenium and zinc, both essential for testosterone production. Just one Brazil nut a day, combined with these morning movements, can give your body the raw materials it needs to feel stronger, more energized, and more responsive. Here's something most men never hear. Hidden pelvic tension can actually steal part of your length. Tight hips, rigid abdominals, and overworked groin muscles can pull the base of your penis inward, making you look and feel shorter than you really are. Think about it this way. Just like stretching your back improves posture, stretching your pelvis improves presentation. When you release that tension, the visible length returns, and erections feel freer and stronger. One simple stretch can make a big difference. Kneel on one leg as if in a lunge position. Keep your chest upright, then gently tilt your pelvis forward by tucking your tailbone under. You'll feel a deep stretch across the front of your hip and thigh. Hold for 30 seconds, breathe slowly through your nose, and then switch sides. This movement opens the pelvic bowl, reduces compression, and allows blood and nerve signals to flow without restriction. You're not changing your anatomy, you're simply uncovering what's been hidden by years of tightness. And for many men, that alone creates a noticeable change in both appearance and confidence. Now let's bring it all together into one simple morning flow. It takes just 3 minutes. 60 seconds of brisk marching in place to wake up circulation. 30 seconds of hip swings and gentle leg kicks to loosen tight joints. 30 seconds of bodyweight squats to activate thighs, glutes, and core. 30 seconds of glute bridge pulses to fire up the pelvic floor. 30 seconds of kneeling hip stretches on each side to release hidden tension. That's it. 3 focused minutes that wake up your blood flow, activate your pelvic base, and reawaken your hormones before breakfast. And here's the key. Consistency beats intensity. You're not training for a marathon, you're retraining your body to restore vitality and confidence where it matters most. Men who commit to this daily routine often notice stronger morning erections, better posture, improved mood, and even a firmer look in just 21 days. Remember, aging is inevitable, but decline is optional. The man you were in your 30 seconds or 40 seconds isn't gone. He's waiting to be reactivated. All it takes is 3 minutes each morning. So start tomorrow before your first cup of coffee. No pills, no gimmicks, no excuses. Just a daily promise to yourself to stay strong, confident, and in control.